So today we are going to be building what I would consider to be one of the best ultra budget sort of $350 HD gaming PCs. And the idea with this PC is to be able to play games at HD. Any game you can throw at it, it'll be able to play at least medium settings, preferably ultra. In most games it will do ultra. And this PC, is not going to break the bank, coming in at under $400. But it's also not going to deliver high refresh rate FPS at ultra graphics for the newest games. But it will play them at least 60 FPS, and for most of them you will be able to run ultra at 60 FPS. But for some of them you might need to drop down to medium. And these components are easily accessible, components you can pick up second-hand, and this is of course a second-hand build. But these components are easily obtainable, and a lot of these are going around, third gen Ryzen stuff, A320 motherboard, and even buying these things new at this stage, because it's all old stock, even if it's new, it still is, in terms of pricing, it's good at the moment. Now the CPU we have today is only a 4-core CPU, but I would recommend you get a 6-core CPU. But for the build we're doing, the 4-core works, and I'm not going to spoil all the parts. You'll have to actually watch the video for that. And with that said, as you can see, I've changed locations recently, and it's a little bit tight in here. There's a little bit less space, so I don't have a desk to build on, so I have to improvise, but it's fine. We make it work. And yeah, I'm just doing the build a little bit differently. So with that said, check out the build, let me know what you think of it, and let me know if you would have done something differently. Enjoy.
So here are the parts that I'm going to be working with. The motherboard, CPU and RAM just showed up, so that has to be opened up. Then I got some more RAM. I got a Vengeance LPX kit. This is 8 gig, so not a kit, just a stick. And this was 550 Rand, which is around $35. I got a NVMe drive, 256 for, let me just focus, for around 500 Rand, around $30. Not the best, Gen 3, but not bad, especially for what's going to be inside there that I will show you in just a second. We have a 500 watt deep cool power supply. I do not live in the USA. That was around 850 Rand, so that is around $55–60, 45 around there, brand new. Then we have the graphics card, and I recently made a video on this graphics card, the RX 580 8 gig. So excited to see how that plays with the rest of the system. And then lastly we have the chassis. So this is a deep Raidmax Vector Series V151, and this was around 700 Rand, which is around $55. So yeah, so those are the parts. Now usually I would do a build montage and show you me building the PC, but I've moved to a new house, and unfortunately space is a little bit scarce. I just don't have an open desk. I don't have the space to build and show you the build. So what I'm going to be trying something a little bit different, and yeah, still going to be interesting and hopefully good to watch. So with that said, let's open up the package that just came with the motherboard, CPU and RAM, and let's see what's inside. Stay with me. That's how it came packed, which is quite interesting. So I'm going to open up the motherboard, CPU that we have here, and let's hope nothing is damaged, because yeah, that's weird. And there you have it. That is the motherboard, and this is a basic MSI A320 board. Not the best board in the world, but for a budget build it's going to get the job done. It does have a NVMe slot. It has 2 DIMM slots. The RAM came like this, which seems very dangerous to me, but it looks okay. Doesn't seem damaged. And everything looks okay. Sorry, I'm on my phone here, so it keeps going out of focus. And so for the price I paid for this, I paid 1,700 Rand with shipping included. So that's pretty much right around $100. This is a Ryzen 3200G, I think, or a 3400G, I'm not sure. It is 8 gigs of ballistics RGB RAM, 3200 megahertz, and of course the A320 motherboard. And then, as I said, I got another RAM stick for it, so we are going to be doing 16 gigs, and we are going to be putting in an NVMe as well. All of that coupled with the RX 580, powered by a 500 watt power supply from Deepcool inside the Vector Series RAID Max case. So I'm excited to build it. Like I said, I don't have the space to do a proper montage, but we'll be trying something else. Let's do it. Okay, so there's the PC. We have it built, and yeah, it's looking quite good. It has quite a sleek look. Now, this isn't exactly the case that I wanted to go for. I actually wanted to get something that is a little bit smaller, because I mean the motherboard is quite small. I know you can't see in there, it's a little bit dark, but this for the price made sense, and the shop I went to unfortunately didn't have anything smaller. So we've built it. Let's see what it looks like. Hopefully it turns on. Why is it not turning on? Okay, did I switch it on? No, I did not. Okay, let's try that again. And there we go. Look at that. That is not too bad. Now, this is Rainbow Puke, and it is static, unfortunately. But for the price, you can't complain. I think it looks quite nice. Not too bad. It's a little bit loud right now, but I think it's checking memory and doing that kind of stuff. And this is what I mean with the motherboard. It's a little bit small, but it doesn't look bad at all. And this kind of just is going to make for a good budget gaming computer. So nothing too fancy, but definitely a good HD system that'll be able to play most games at least high graphics. So yeah, so that's the build. Came out quite well. Let's talk about it.
So that's the build. I think it came out looking quite nice. I apologize if the video quality wasn't the best. I had to use my phone. I'm still a very small channel and I don't have a lot of equipment, so I'm sure you understand. Obviously, hopefully in the future we can change that. Hopefully I can get some good equipment, some better audio equipment, video equipment. But for now, we make do with what we have and we just do it. And to get into the PC, I think it's a very balanced budget build. Obviously, you would prefer not to do 4 cores if you can. You would prefer to do 6 cores. But I think a 4-core CPU with an 8 gig budget graphics card in terms of VRAM is going to serve you well in terms of HD budget gaming in 2024 going in 2025. There won't be any games that you can't play. Now I know that driver support is going to be drying up, but I do think for another couple of years you will be fine with this sort of combination, and for the money paid, it makes a lot of sense. This is the sort of system that I would use as a media PC, where I do maybe a bit of racing games, some light Call of Duty, that kind of stuff, and just friendly games, co-op couch play games that you play with your friends. So it doesn't have to be the best PC in the world, but I think for the price paid, it is very performant, and it actually surprises me in terms of how performant it is. So with that said, the next video is going to be us actually taking a look at the PC, seeing how it does, and I assure you it does quite well. So stick around for that video, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers.